Woo! Got to actually come back to here to then take that path, which is going to take one to the base of Eel Crag. Oh, this is cautious. There is going to be some ups and downs. Oh yeah. Well, it's like I say, I'm starting to get a little bit cold now, so get the shivers. So I'm going to just keep pushing on, take off as many as I can, and then we're just going to have to drop down somewhere out of this. It's about a mile there, a mile back, so about obviously 2 miles. Woo! Try and get the temp up, even if it's a little bit too early. It's just going to have to go up. I need to get some dry wool clothes on, get some warm drink I think inside of it. Yes, good morning people. Emerald Aerial Photography, and we're back out again. So as always, we're in the Lake District. It's Monday 10th of November and it's just turned 7 o'clock there now. So we're going to be heading down to the Keswick area today. We're going to be taking on an absolute awesome route. So the route covers 16.5 miles in total. It's got 12 new Wainwrights on my list, which is going to take us over to 70 Wainwrights within the last 12 months. So not bad going for a fat lad. And it's over 6,000 foot of elevation. I think it's around about 6,100 foot of elevation. So it is going to be an absolute brutal one this week. But at the same time, it's going to be absolutely epic. We're going to be completing the Coaldale Horseshoe. But on top of that, we're going to be adding on 3 extra kind of in and outs to the route to tick them off. So we're going to be adding on Whiteside, Grassmoor, and the third one, I can't remember, it's got one dope on it, and then there's one a little bit further out. I'll ping it up on the screen. But the route in itself, I've seen it on another channel, which is Good Bloke Outdoors. If you don't follow him currently at the minute, I suggest you drop over to his channel, check him out. His content's absolutely brilliant, so is his banter as well, really good crack, really on my level. And essentially, yeah, I've seen it on his channel, and he's called it the Monster Munch Way, because obviously the route in itself, it does look like a Monster Munch crisp. So I've been looking at it, wanting to do it over the last couple of months, so I thought, right, I've got a couple of days off work, let's get it boxed off. But on top of that, we do also have a very special little stop-off planned as well. So I recently bought a Atom Pack Customs pack back in August. I ordered it and it came round about a week and a half ago. I do actually have a full video of that coming up shortly, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Now unfortunately, when I ordered it, I was a little bit heavier around the midsection, we'll say. So the hip belt that I've ordered is now no good. So unfortunately, after waiting all that time, turns out I can't get the hip belt tight enough. So I've dropped them a message, let them know that I am in the Keswick area. I'm actually going to be parking probably a 5-minute walk from their location. And I've asked them if there's any chance I could drop in and pick up a hip belt, as opposed to kind of waiting sort of 2 weeks for it to come. And very kindly, they've said yes, I can certainly come and do that. So I placed an order last night for a new hip belt. They've got it there on the shelf for us. I might not get in there the day. I'm looking at the time, I'm a little bit behind time already. So my plan is I'll probably still box the route off the day. I'll get my wild camp done, even though the hip belt's not really going to be offering much support. But I still want to get that done, and then tomorrow morning what we'll do is bring you back and we'll drop in Atom Packs. Now they've not actually said if I can record when I go in, but I am going to drop them a message today when I get parked up, and I'm going to ask them, and fingers crossed to say yes, and hopefully we might get a chance to show you around inside the Atom Packs and see where the magic happens, and maybe have a look at a couple of other packs whilst we're in there. Well, at the minute, we're currently parked in Penrith waiting on Gregg's opening. So according to Google, it's meant to be open at 6 o'clock. Full of shit. Step on! You die! Turns out it doesn't open till 7. So it looks like the lights have just come on. Oh, my apologies. Somebody trying to ring us. So, start again. So the lights have just come on, and I've just found out recently the festive bake is back in stock. So I'm praying these lads have got it on the shelf, because that's what we're going to be getting today. So I'm going to nip in here, get a little bit of scran. We're going to head down into Keswick, get parked up, and then I'll bring you back once I'm there. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, The eagle has landed. Festive bake, baby. Oh yeah. Fucking wagon drivers. Oh, yes, people, we're officially on the track. So I left the car on Wainwrights Pass, I think it's called. So basically, as you come through the village, it's literally just a short left turn on the side, and there's a tiny little car park there. Probably enough for about sort of 5-6 cars. So if you're heading up here, I suggest you do get up here early, because that will fill up fast. But yeah. So we're heading up the Grisdale Pike first, so that'll be number 1 of 12. And according to the Garmin, we've got just over 2 mile, so 2.1 mile to the top of Grisdale Pike. So like I say, that'll be the first one. Now I'm hoping we do still get pretty much 80% of the route completed today. So obviously, as you know, we had the little bit of a delay at Gregg's, lying to us, telling us to open 5-6 in the morning. Full of shite, mate. So, but the good thing is, I don't know if you can see it, we've got the steak bake in the avocado pocket there, or the Gregg's pasty pocket now. So we've got that to fuel up a little bit. Probably sit on top of Grassmore, tuck into that bad lad today for a nice bottle of fuel, keep us going as well. And then we'll get some scran on the night as well. Got plenty of bait with us today. But like I say, man, as soon as you get out of that car, whew, yeah, it's like that straight away. You've got like little wooden steps, goes up through the trees, and then it drops onto a nice little dirt track. Pretty easy walking, to be fair, but just steep. It's not boggy or anything. But I was speaking to one of my mates. He's done the similar route. He's done the Caldale Horseshoe, just not the in and out. And he said, honestly, he'd done it in the summer. Dropping down from Scar Crags and going down to outer side, I think it's called. He said it was just pure and utter bog. That was middle of the summer. And I mean, it's pissed down for days now. So I'm not looking forward to that. So, yeah, man. Look at that view. Lush. Don't know if you can make out the colours in the skies there, but looks stunning, man. But like I say, we're going to push on Grisdale Pike. Might bring you back in between, but if not, I'll see you at the top, baby. Right, I'm talking shit. That lasted like literally 3 minutes. Look at the fucking clip. I'll tell you what, whoever invented the waterproof sock, mate, you need a Pride of Britain award. Honestly, get that man nominated, or woman, whoever it was. They deserve the award. Absolute shit. If you don't shut the gate, your dad sells Avon. Oh. So much for the path being half decent. Oh. Lifting. Boggy is out. So we're just pushing on. Oh, mate. Look at that. Piss take. Start again. Right. So, pushing on the Grisdale Pike now. So I can see the summit pretty much there. Got about a mile to go. But looks like once I get past this little brow here, it's literally just a mile of ascent. The good thing is though, once we get that ascent out the way, should pretty much level out for at least a mile or so. Looking at the map, in any case, there is going to be some ups and downs. like the weather. Absolutely pissing down now. But yeah, like I say, once we get on the top, fingers crossed, should be able to motor on and get a little bit of mileage covered. A little bit unsure whether I'm going to get as far as what I hoped. Looking at most of the tracks, it's that boggy. Obviously the wind, you can't really hear it at the minute. There's a brow covering us. But when I was on top of there before, mate, nearly blown us off my feet. So like I say, we'll get up the top of here. I'll bring you back when we get to the top. Maybe it's in between, who knows? Keep you on your toes. Yeah. We'll get some mileage covered now. I'll give you a shout shortly.
I know you've been hurting. This spiral's a lonely road. Take my hand and listen. Maybe one day you'll cross paths and you both got new perfumes. And the life you used to live is left within that old apartment. Maybe nothing's said and done, and your chest is set on fire. But I promise you, there's nothing but a cold-hearted liar. Cold-hearted liar. I know you don't wanna hear. Your heart still bleeds. The way it looks at you, every touch you give. Now you gotta listen.
Hoping up we'll go. Gotta go up here now. Go over the top of there. I actually thought that was the summit, to be honest. And then I looked on my map and I was like, nah, therefore not, mate. So, gonna have to go up the top of there. Looks like a push on a little bit further. And then that should be the summit of there. Gregg Pike. 1 of 12, baby. Gregg Pike. 1 of 12. Made it. Oh! So if you can't make it out, I'm just going to follow the path there now, drop down, forget what the next one's called, can't remember, I'll put it on the screen. And then obviously going to push on, and then you can just sort of see the first toe that we're going to push out to. It's about a mile out, obviously a mile back, so 2 mile there and back, and then that'll bring me back onto the main part of the Coaldale Horseshoe. Then we'll push along and then we'll go out to Grasmere, back in, plan is get a little bit of water at the bottom, and then head up Eel Crag, Crag Hill, depending on which one you want to call it, goes by both, and then we'll push out to Wando and that, etc. Then we set a little bit of air, a little bit of calories in now, and then we're going to get the march on. Covered a good bit of elevation there, so need to try and get a bit of mileage covered. So, in a bit. As well, whoever thought about
lid on a bottle like that. Absolute mug. I swear to God. Taking the mick, mate. Absolute bell end. Number 2 of 12. Hope Gill Head. I think that's what it's called anyway. So, 2 of 12, 10 more to go. You can't see it for the cloud. Sorry if you can't hear us for the wind. Gonna push on out the white side. Take that one off. It's about a mile there, a mile back, so about obviously 2 miles. Woo! Gonna actually come back to here. To then take that path. Just gonna take one to the base of Eel Crag. And then once we get there, we can't see it at the minute, but we're going to branch off and go out onto the next tour. That'll take you out onto Grassmore, all the way back, and then up Eel Crag, continue on. Bring you back in a bit. Having a chat there with a hiker at the top of there. I don't know if you can actually still see him. He's got like a red jacket on and all that. But anyway, I was sitting having a big crack with him. He's sat up there having his a can of IPA. Turns out it's his birthday. So I'm sorry I didn't catch your name, but like I said up there, mate, happy birthday, pal. Honestly, man, what a way to spend your birthday. I'm telling you, man. See, there's people out there, they've got to have everybody around them, big fancy parties and stuff. That man there, he's living the dream. Out here by himself, chilling, taking in the stormy weather, watching it coming across bottom here, crummock water, can of beer, chilling, man. That's what life's about, I'm telling you. Doesn't mean he's a lonely man, I'm not saying that for 1 minute, by the way. He obviously just enjoys a little bit of time to himself, a bit like me. But yeah, man, like I say, happy birthday, pal. Absolutely love stuff like that. Class. White sides in a row, so I've just went all the way at the end one. Make sure I've done up all. Make sure I've done all 3 of them. But I'll tell you what, this. Must have picked the first one. Oh, this is cautious. Actually, that one looks better. That one white side. No, actually, that one looks even better. Fucking hell. 2 minutes. Yeah, it's just windy. Oh, get down by here. Yeah, so like I say, there's 3 different ones, and I wasn't sure which one was actually the Wainwrights, so I thought, fuck it, we'll just box them all off. We're gonna head all the way back now made to take an ice ring coming down off that Hope Gill head or whatever it's called onto here. Twice I fell over. But I'm gonna head back up. That hiker might still actually be there having his beer. The guy for the birthday, I'll try and catch his name if he's still there. But then we're gonna push on, head over to Grasmere, get a little bit of water in with, might even get the festive bake out, and then we'll push on Eel Crag and then on to Seal. Track now, so back on the Cold Eel Horseshoe now, and you can see Eel Crag there. We're going to, side of that, we're going to traverse up over, go out the grass spot, not along. Was going to drop back down and go up the side of Eel Crag. Fuck that. We're going on the top of Crag Hill, back along Eel Crag and then back that way. We've got fucking no chance. Knackered. But mate, I'm not joking. That's ruthless, that going along there. It's just like, I don't know, like, let me show you. See, like this type of rock, the whole ground is like that. There's no scree or nothing. It's just like walking on razor blades, but obviously piss wet. Couldn't get knee grip. I had to sit down on my arse and like shimmy down up on certain points.
I'm not even kidding, but I'm just fucking sliding down fucking hell on my ass. Got it quite a pace, like.
Shite. Horrible. Alright, so like I say, we're going to push on now. A little bit of a bag up here as well. Can't remember what it's called, but I'm going to go there, knock the rest of me water, and then I'll get filled up for the night. But mate, it's starting to get cold now, like. I've only got my little Montane liner gloves on, which aren't waterproof, so they're absolutely soaking, freezing cold. Probably plan on taking them off, to be honest with you. But yeah, like I say, we're going to get up on the grass more, try and find somewhere a little bit sheltered. Going to get the old festive bake out, probably soaking wet, soggy pasty, and get a little bit scran and then work out where we're going to head to. But looking at the time, it's already 11 o'clock, so we've got plenty of time, like. But ideally I want to try and get past Seal and then drop down off there, and then hopefully somewhere around maybe Scar Crag, possibly even Cozy Pike. Might head as far as that, try and get camped somewhere down there. Just want to try and find somewhere a little bit shelter. I've got the Kuiu with us again tonight, as always, so I know it can take an absolute hammering. But ideally I want to try and get some kip tonight, man. I didn't get to sleep till like 12:30 last night, 1 o'clock this morning, sorting all my kit out. I was at work yesterday, so I finished work till 5:30. And I had to drop my daughter off, cook some scran, and then like I say, by the time I had some time with the kids and the wife, yeah man, it was like 12:30 last night before I got sorted. So hopefully somewhere out the wind, nice cover, bit of scran to get me head down for the night. But yeah man, like I say, I'll catch up with you on Grasmere in a bit, people.
you put your phone down. I know you've been hurting. This spiral's a lonely road. Take my hand and listen. Maybe one day you'll cross paths and you both got new perfumes, and the life you used to live is left within that old apartment. Maybe nothing's said and done, and your chest is set on fire, but I promise you there's nothing but a cold-hearted liar. Cold-hearted liar. I know you don't wanna hear. Your heart still bleeds. The way it looks at you, every touch you give. Now you gotta listen. Maybe one day you'll cross paths and you both got new haircuts.
Much needed rest. Absolutely beautiful at the spot this, like lush. So I'm gonna get my electrolytes in it, get this downers. I'm gonna get some water filled up, and then like I say, we're gonna push on up the top of Grassmore. Was gonna go up Eel Crag way, but not on your Nelly, mate. No chance. I'm gonna cut back across the top, over the top of what they call Crag Hill, and then push back, because I believe Eel Crag is the actual Wainwright. So I can push back across the tops. But like I say, I'll take that one off after I've done Grassmore, and then push on. But like I say, I'm gonna get this downers, get filled up with some water for the night, and then we'll bring you back.
This spiral's a lonely road. Take my hand and listen. Maybe one day you'll cross paths and you both got new perfumes, and the life you used to live is left within that old apartment. Maybe nothing's said and done, and your chest is set on fire, but I promise you there's nothing but a cold-hearted liar. Cold-hearted liar. I know you don't wanna hear. Your heart still bleeds. The way it looks at you, every touch you give. Now you gotta listen. Maybe one day you'll cross paths and you both got new haircuts, and the jacket you used to borrow from someone else. Maybe there's nights you feel your heart is set on fire.
Lovely.
I promise you,
Oreo grenade bar. Banging. I love Oreos, man. Oh, nice glass of milk. Pack of Oreos. Unreal. Yeah, I even do that little hack. You get a fork. Slide the fork between the two black biscuits into white, and then you can dunk it all the way in without your fingers going in the milk. Life lesson. Bella. Wainwright, number 4, 4 to 12, Grassmore. Oh, mate, this weather, like a knacker. I forgot my waterproof pants as well, so obviously we're running tight, soaking wet, shorts. I'll be honest mate, I think even these waterproof socks are starting to leak through now. So it's still far too early to find anywhere to pitch. So just got to keep motoring on, try and keep warm a little bit. But I'm absolutely soaked through going now. This waterproof, no face on mate, absolutely shit. Crap, you know I should have brought the other one. Oh yeah. Well, it's like I say, I'm starting to get a little bit cold now, so get the shivers. So I'm gonna just keep pushing on, take off as many as I can, and then we're just gonna have to drop down somewhere out of this, try and get the tent up, even if it's a little bit too early. It's just gonna have to go up. Need to get some dry warm clothes on, get some warm drink I think inside of it.
Good afternoon, people. So as you can tell by the current surroundings, we're currently not in the Kuiu storm store, and we are not on a Wainwright. So unfortunately, due to some technical errors with some equipment, so i.e. waterproof socks, forgetting me waterproof pants, and my waterproof jacket not being waterproof. Unfortunately, with the wind that was coming over and how wet I was, it was getting to the point that I was that cold, I literally wasn't going to be able to get warmed up again. So sometimes you've just got to bite the bullet and swallow your pride and just know when it's time to kind of just call it a day. So as I was coming off Grassmore, I was dropping back down to head up to Crag Hill, and I was going to go along to Eel Pike, I think it's called. But I got to the point where I was just shivering so much, I couldn't feel my hands anymore. My waterproof socks completely failed. I'll chuck up the brand that they are, but absolutely terrible. One of my mates, he's got the exact same pair. His actually, I've just found out before after speaking to him on the phone, his actually wetted out last week as well. I appreciate obviously the wind and the rain. It was a lot heavier than what I was expecting. Normally not too fussed. I would have just read it out in the tent pretty much all night. I've never had to actually bail a camp yet. Touch wood. I don't know if this actually counts as a bail because I didn't actually get my tent set up. However, I did have to come back to the car. The other problem is my iPhone as well. I've completely lost the touch screen. So as much as the screen's on, can't touch it. So when I'm pressing it, absolutely nothing's happening. So I had the maps on my Garmin. That wasn't an issue. But I could still use Siri on my phone. I was, able to tell it to do certain things. And even though it was in kind of battery saving mode and it was in airplane mode, the battery was just rolling back. It was just draining and draining and draining. It's down to currently now 22%. And I literally haven't used my phone at all today. I did manage to get the phone on at some point. I was able to obviously ring someone when I got a little bit of coverage. One of my mates, he was able to basically bring up the map and kind of work out roughly where I was. The clag was that bad, he couldn't really see. And he was able to work out a bit of a quicker route for us to get down. So I ended up dropping down Eel Crag, sorry, it was called. And then there's like the mine path that goes down. So dropped down the zigzags, got down into the valley. Thankfully, weather pretty much died off a little bit. Once I got down to that point, started to feel a little bit better in myself. And to top it off as well, my festive bake is absolutely drenched. Ruined. Gutted. So yeah, so like I say, I mean, there's no shame in having to bail every now and again. Sometimes you've just got to know when to kind of call it a day. Like I say, the problem is when you get that cold, it's getting warmed up again. So as much as I've got all my down gear, I've got my down pants, things like that, everything ready for tonight. R-rated mats, etc., so on and so forth. You get to that point where it doesn't matter what you're wearing, what you're doing, you you're not going to get warm again. It's that cold, your surroundings, that moist. So unfortunately, we had to chuck the towel in. But I checked the route by the time I got back. I still done 13.5 mile. I've got one more basically out and back to do on that route, which is Whiteless Pike or something, I think it's called, but one up as well. Unfortunately, I didn't get the other side of the Caldale Horseshoe done, but I did get Crag Hill or whatever it's called. To be honest, I'm that cold, I just kind of think. And then I dropped down, like I say, Eel Pike, back to the car. So the plan is I'm going to shoot off now. Hopefully I can still catch At and Packs in time. I'm going to go and get my hip belt. I'll be honest, I haven't even bothered messaging them about filming or anything like that. I just can't be arsed. And I'm just going to get back to Newcastle tonight, get myself a nice hot bath. I'm just going to chill with the wife. Like I say, swallow my pride and just write this one off, unfortunately. But Emerald Aerial Photography will be back very soon. And the next route, we're going to come back. We're going to take off the other half. We're going to come up Whiteless Pike. I might come up from kind of Rannydale Knots and, you know, I don't know. I'll plan a different route in any case. But unfortunately, this one is done. So that's Emerald Aerial Photography Outdoors. Over and